I have rarely been more gobsmacked by the lack of cooperation and information from a witness than I have by you today. It is truly appalling when you consider that lives are at stake, the lives of children being trafficked across this border, who are being sacrificed on an altar of radical policies being pushed by your department. You know, you talked about it, you threw out a good one-liner in your testimony about child sex trafficking, human smuggling. You know what does immense damage to our efforts to combat human trafficking, sex trafficking, child sex trafficking? A porous border. And your policies have directly led to that porous border, Mr. Secretary. It is ridiculous that I've had to sit here and listen to you and your denials, your deflections, your obfuscations. The mendacity that I am hearing from you is not just appalling to me, it is appalling to my constituents, and I echo the comments from across this country, members who represent people from across this country over the last 2 hours plus, really echoing their constituents and the frustration that they have actually shown and talked to them about. You know, back in April, we had a committee hearing where there was a witness, a whistleblower, who said that the U.S. federal government has essentially become a middleman in a multi-billion-dollar human trafficking operation targeting unaccompanied minors at the southern border. I'm sure that makes you upset. It sure as heck made me upset. But when U.S. Customs and Border Protection encounters 435 unaccompanied minors per day, drug cartels and traffickers exploiting 60% of these children in prostitution, forced labor, and child pornography. To make matters worse, in June, the Biden administration released 344 children to non-related adults in the United States, most of whom already had multiple children in their care. These children are prime targets for traffickers, for sex, or for labor. In fact, a February New York Times article published showing migrants found laboring in violation of child labor laws. Notably, half of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement's most wanted criminals for child trafficking, guess where they come from? Mexico. Imagine that. So when you actually take actions that reduce operational control of the border, these are actions that are taken in contradiction of your official duty to execute the laws enacted by Congress and your oath to support and defend the Constitution. You have abandoned the successful border policies of the previous administration. You've ignored laws requiring detention of certain aliens, reduced detention capacity, ended migrant protection protocols, halted border wall construction, diverted Border Patrol from law enforcement duties, encouraged en masse illegal immigration with the use of easily exploitable credible fear processes, illegal expanded parole, reinstated catch and release, and provided illegal aliens valid work permits and public benefits during an economic downturn. You should be ashamed. More so, you should be held accountable. This committee will do just that, and I am committed to making that happen as well. And with that, I'm going to yield the remainder of my time to the chairman.